Good morning. Get Instagram in here. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday. I feel so weird. I took my nails off. I ain't want my nails. It feels so weird not having my morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome on in. We're gonna give it some time because we know how it goes. Hey, Steph. What sis? Hey, Jay. Should I share this out? I feel like I have to sneeze. My nose is itching. All right. Share this out. Share this. I know it. And I'm Caribbean. Goes, y'all. I know it's share this out. It's going to be really good. I am up because that type messages. Every message on over here. Why it keeps kicking y'all out, and I got to keep bringing y'all back. I'm not really sure why it does that. So I apologize to Facebook and YouTube because kicks y'all out and then bring y'all back. Hey Maisha, what's going on? Welcome on in the room, y'all. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Today's the day the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it, y'all. Right? You gotta think about it. If it's a day that God made, you gotta rejoice. Like everything ain't according to plan, according to your plan, but it goes according to His. So you gotta rejoice. You even when you don't feel like it, you gotta rejoice. So that's how I operate. You know, if you've ever been in my space, you know that's how I operate. And again, it does not mean that life doesn't happen, but at the end of the day, you still gotta rejoice. This out. I'm so happy you guys are here. Thank you for tapping in and tuning in. As you know, today is Monday. It is Labor Day. Labor Day to everyone. I pray that you're having an amazing day. I pray that you're having an amazing weekend. Your weekend, oh, there's a lot of fets. I'm Caribbean, y'all. So fets, parties happening. And whatever you do, make sure you do it safe, right? Wear your mask, wash your hands. I know we're in a lot of spaces. So just be safe. That's the most important thing is be safe. Have fun, but be safe, right? Everyone is celebrating Labor Day weekend, and that's actually what we've come on here to talk about today. So I started giving out disclaimers on my last live. So if you're new, please understand that I may say some things that may ruffle your feathers. And if it wasn't meant for you to hear, you wouldn't be here. So don't get mad at me because you can't fight me because I'm God's property. So you can't do that. All right. But let's get into today's topic. I'm bold enough to say that. So for my name is Danielle. And what I do is I help women and entrepreneurs to operate profoundly in their confidence so they can prosper in their purpose. Just got home not too long ago. So you just got home. Then shout out to you. See, and this is what it's about. Like it don't even matter where you coming from. You found a way to tap in. So I appreciate that. And you know, God gonna honor you for your obedience. Okay, just period. Just so we know. My name is Christina Danielle. What I do is I help women operate profoundly in their confidence so they can prosper their purpose. And I do that through various platforms, through my social media, through my Prosper masterclasses, through my books, and through my upcoming boot camp. Shout out to my boot camper, Stephanie, who will be in the boot camp. Since you're here, I'll shout you out, right? Shout out to those people who will be joining into the boot camp. You text me, you're like, I'm coming. I see you, I hear you, but I want to see you in the boot camp. All right. So I do it through those platforms and many others come. I also do it through my talk show. Hey, now I got a talk show that's returning this Thursday. If you don't know about the Christina Danielle show, you need to know about it. It comes every second and fourth Thursday through my Facebook and through YouTube. So you have your notifications on for that because this Thursday we're coming back with a vengeance. We're coming back strong. And This Thursday's guest, if you are a business owner, you want to be a part of this Thursday's episode. Okay. I cannot stress that enough. I intentionally reached the people that I knew would pour into you and give you sound strategies, not just advice, right? Because you're going to get the advice, but you want sound strategies for business, things that you can implement away, scale your business, or even start your business, to scale your business. And so I was very intentional about the people that I'm bringing to the Christina Danielle show, and the person that we're the second half of season 1, and the person that we're coming back with this Thursday. I promise you do not to miss that episode. Like, you really don't. Okay, so make sure you have your notifications on for that. But again, I do all of this through my various platforms, right? I'm a bold. I'm bold for God. I'm bold in my period. Like, I've always been bold. To be honest with you, it's nothing new. Hey, Mella, it's my girl right there. I've always been bold, y'all. I've always been this way, but I understand how to channel my boldness. So my boldness was anger for a very long time because I didn't understand the difference. All right, and for somebody, that's going to be your story, and that's going to free you right there, right? I've always been bold. I'm gonna say it again so you didn't miss it. I've always been bold, but I did not understand how to channel my boldness, so I channeled it through. It came in the form of anger because I didn't understand, right? But once I understood who I was and what I was and what I was called to do, here I am before you today. So today we're going to talk about what is your industry. So it's Labor Day weekend. Everybody's having a good time partying, and live it up, y'all. You deserve to have a great time. Hey, Candace, you deserve to celebrate and have a great time. But we're going to talk about what is some get those stepped on today. Okay. All right. So again, I get my disclaimer in the front. Y'all can't get. All right. Let's introduce. All right. So an industry is a general business activity. It's a systematic work or labor. That's what an industry is, right? And today's a holiday. Depending on the industry that you're in, today may be a holiday for you, right? Now, what is a holiday? A holiday is a day that is law, exemption from work, or exemption from requirement or duty. All right. So understand this. If today you are specific, depending on the industry that you're in, right? Today may be a holiday for you. So, for example, if you're in the educational industry, right? Schools, colleges, things of that nature, today's a holiday for you. You are exempt from work today, right? Because you put in the work according to the law. You put in the work according to the law of education. So on today, you are exempt from work, right? Now, if you are in the service industry or the airline industry, right? Today is not like it's not an exemption from work for you. Be an exemption from duty, right? It may be a little bit more chill of a day, but you still have to work because it's a 24/7 operation. For some, right? You don't understand what industry you're in. And this is more so going to be for the more of you, this may hit different as well. You are in an industry called by God, and we're going to take industry and we're going to take it over to purpose, right? Because we understand in the news, your purpose is what God has called you to do. Purpose is not in people. Purpose is not what you think it is. It's what God has called and designed you to do. He created you for a specific thing on earth to do a specific work, right? And so your industry is aligned to your purpose. So whatever your purpose is that God has given you, you are in that industry. My purpose is to help transform the lives of women and entrepreneurs, and apparently more than that. But that's my purpose, right? So my industry, I have an industry of transformation. In my industry of transformation, there is no such thing as a holiday. There's no such thing as a holiday for me, right? Now, I can find ways of celebrating myself. I find time to rest, but there's no holiday because according to the law of what God has called to do, get this, according to the law of what God has called me to do, I'm not exempt from my work. I can rest from it, exempt from it. And for some of you who are business owners, you're sitting here saying today is Labor Day and I'm gonna just chill today. And I'm telling you right now, you don't understand your industry. You're wondering why your money is not going up. because you don't understand your industry, because you're exempting yourself from the work that you're not supposed to exempt from. You have to know there's a time to rest, but there is no exemption, right? So get this now. Fixed day by what is the law of your industry? And I can't answer that question for you because you have to know what your industry is. So let's go back a little bit and talk about your industry. There's two questions I want you to ask yourself when it comes to industry. Remember, I said it's a general business activity. So what is your business activity? What is the activity that you are doing in your business or your industry, right? What is it? And you need to write this down, because if you're a business owner and you're not taking the steps, because again, we want the prosperity, we want the success, we want people to see us shine, but we're not putting in the work. So how do you expect all of the fruit to come from a seed you never planted? You got to plant the seed. And this is the thing we don't want to take the time to do, right? We just want to show up and everything's going to come to me, right? Because God said he's going to take care of everything. That's what he said, right? He said all things work together, but you ain't working. So how can all things work together if you're not working? So in your industry, you need to ask yourself, what is my business activity? What am I doing towards my business, right? What am I doing towards starting the business? What am I doing towards scaling the business? So for me right now, I'm in the industry where I have to think about what am I doing to scale my business? I've already started. What am I doing to scale? Because I can't use the same principles that I started with to scale. It would never work. It would never work. I would always stay at the same place, at the same location, if all I did was the same principles that I started trying to scale. So what you use to start is not what you're going to use to scale. What you did to start is not what you're going to do to scale. And what happens is we start to interchange it to it was like, well, this worked before, so it's got to work again. No, because you don't understand your industry. Okay? You don't understand your industry. You have to understand your industry. All right? So what is your business activity? And then number two, what are your systems? What are systems for your business? Now, I am not the person to teach you systems. If you want to learn about systems, you need to watch the Christina Danielle show this Thursday, so you can learn all about systems with the guests I have on there. Again, like I said, I'm very intentional about who we bring on the show so that we can help you really get to the information that you need, scale and profit in your business, because it's all about praying and prospering. Everything I do is in alignment with praying and prospering. And that's another thing that comes to your industry. Because you all over the place. Well, I'm doing this and I'm doing that. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. You can do all the things once you understand how to do one thing well. You can do all the things when you understand how to do one thing well. That one thing is your purpose. What are you doing in your purpose, right? Because your purpose is always going to be in your business, but your business may not be your purpose. Your purpose will always be in your business, but your business may not be your purpose. And what happens is we're so busy trying to do business that we forget purpose. Your industry is your purpose, right? It's the work you need to be putting in to get to where God wants you to go, where you prosper. But until you understand your industry, you're just going to be out here just trying to figure it all out. You're going to be out here in confusion. You're going to be out here like nobody's supporting me. You're going to be out here like nothing works. You're going to be out here like I tried and I failed. You're going to be out here just being overworked and overwhelmed and all the over things that you shouldn't be, because you didn't understand your industry. So those two things are the things I want you to think about today. What is your business activity, right? And even if you don't have a business, this is why I said this is more so for the entrepreneur, but even if you're not an entrepreneur, you got to think about better as a person. What is your betterment for you? What is your personal investment for you activity? What activities are you taking to make you better, right? And I really want you to write that down. Like, write out the sentence, whatever your name is, what am I doing to make, and let's say I'm going to use myself for example, what am I doing to make Christina better, right? What am I doing to make Christina better? Because if you understood who you were and what you were called to do, you would understand the assignment. But you got to understand who you are and what you are first, right? And in order to understand who you are, you got to go in alignment with God. We're going to tap on that right now. Because if you understood that you were in his likeness, you wouldn't even ask yourself who you were. That wouldn't even be a question. So understanding your industry, all right? So again, understand your industry, understand whether or not you're supposed to be whether or not today is a holiday for you. And it's not just about today as in Labor Day, right? But any day that you're taking and you're making it a holiday when you may not, it may not be a holiday for you, right? But because everybody else is celebrating, I feel like I gotta celebrate too. And this is the difference between celebrating and congregating. Because some of you are congregating some of you are congregating thinking that you're celebrating, right? You're congregating thinking that you're celebrating. And congregation means I just want to be with the in crowd. I just want to be a part of the crowd. I just want to do what everybody else is doing. It looked like what they're doing is cool, so I'm gonna do that, right? I don't have to come on here on live on Labor Day and talk to y'all. I could have been congregating with everybody else, celebrating with everybody else. But that's not my industry. My industry is to come on here and help those who are sitting at home trying to figure out how they're gonna make their next dollar, because my my industry is to come on here and live and talk to the people that is broken because they don't want to be broken no more. They don't want to live a lifestyle of brokenness anymore. My industry is to come on here and teach people how to figure out how to pray because they don't know how to really pray. They don't understand how to do that. Industry is to come on here live and talk to the says, I know I'm better in my life and I just don't know how to get it. But I know there's something deeper inside of me. There's a fire burning inside of me that tells me that I'm greater than what my parents used to say I was. I to come on and encourage a person that wants to give up and they got the pills in their hand and they like, if I just take this, it'll be over in one quick shot and nobody would miss me. That's my industry because I understand my industry. I know my industry. So yeah, I could be out here twerking with the best of them because trust me, I know how to do it. Just being completely honest with y'all, but that's not my industry. And if I am not here for the assignment of my industry, someone's going to die because I was not in my industry. I'm just saying, Casey, because I was not in my industry. So you have to understand what industry is and serve in the capacity of your industry. And ask yourself, be honest with yourself. Am I celebrating or am I congregating? Because there is a we're supposed to celebrate. I believe that with every accomplishment, you should have some sort of a celebration, right? Something. I don't care if it's like you turn on some music and you start dancing. I don't care if you take yourself out to brunch, but if you have accomplished something, go and celebrate yourself. But you got to understand there's a difference between celebrating and congregating. A lot of people are celebrating. There are a lot of people are congregating, thinking that they're celebrating because that's what the crowd is doing. You are the crowd, sis. You are not the crowd. And I want y'all to really type in the comments, I'm not the crowd. You're not the crowd. Let everybody do what they're doing. That ain't got nothing to do with you. You got to serve your industry. You have to serve your industry because your industry, there is a purpose to that. That's a part of God's plan. And when you don't serve your industry, you mess up the plan. You mess up the plan. That's right. You are not the crowd. You got to declare that over yourself. You're not the crowd. Serve your industry. So again, ask yourself when it comes to your industry, because if you're trying to figure out what is my industry, what am I supposed to do? You have to understand, number one, what is your business activity? If you don't have a business, what is my betterment activity? And maybe, but even for my business owners, you need to do both of them. What is my business activity and what is my betterment activity, right? Because we'll be out here complaining, I don't like this, I don't like that. I don't. Start doing. Stop saying I don't and start doing. What can you do that you have to do? Again, do what you can and let God do the rest. But you got to do something, right? So what is your business activity or what is your betterment activity, right? Depending on who you are. And I believe, like I said, everybody should be asking themselves, what is my betterment activity, right? Because every day you should be doing something to make yourself better. Again, y'all think I want to come on here and talk to y'all every single time? Maybe somebody else does. Christina doesn't. She don't. Like, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I don't want to come on here and talk all the time. But I understand my industry. I understand my assignment. I understand the work that has to be done by law. By law, I have to. I'm not exempt by law. And because I do this, right? Catch this now. Because I serve my industry and understand my industry, when it comes time to celebrate, I don't even got to do nothing because God gonna do the celebrating for me. He gonna celebrating for me, because my celebration comes in the form of favor. My celebration comes in the form of blessings. My celebration comes in the form of testimonies. My celebration comes in the form of anointing. That's where I celebrate. That's a celebration for me. I could pop bottles all day. Them bottles ain't body life to the better. That's what it is. And I'm not coming for anybody, because I know how folks work, right? Y'all want to go run tell that, like, she said that if you popping bottles, you're not serving your purpose. I ain't never said that. Run the replay. Never said that. What I said was, I understand my industry, and I understand doing what everybody else is doing what the crowd is doing. I am not serving my industry, because trust me, I love to have a good time. I love to party. Well, I don't love to party. Let me not lie. I love to enjoy the company of those I love. Put it like that, right? I love that. But I also understand my industry, and my industry calls me to do greater works. My industry calls me to come forward. My industry calls me to be bold. And a lot of y'all not understanding your industry. So on today, on Labor Day, you like, I'm gonna just go celebrate with my family and my friends, and that's cool. Nothing wrong with that. But you serve your industry before you went celebrating, because God told you to write a book, and all you had to do was pick up a pen and a paper and write. All you had to do was grab a phone and speak into it, even if you didn't feel like writing. If you spoke something into a phone, into an audio recorder, so that you could take notes on what God is telling you to do, you were serving your industry. But y'all can't do that, because you don't understand your industry. And you don't understand your industry because you sat down and had a conversation. Just God, what is the industry that you have for me? What is it that I need to be doing? For some of y'all know y'all supposed to start a business, but you so comfortable being an entrepreneur, being an employee. And I'm not coming for anybody, because I have a job. Again, quick disclaimer, I work a job. Today I got to go to work, right? I have to go to work on my job today. And I'm still coming here and I'm serving my industry. I'm still coming over here, understanding my industry. So I want you to understand that when I come on here, I'm not coming on here just to talk to y'all. I'm coming y'all because exactly what I tell y'all is exactly what I live. So you know that you're supposed to start a business. He told you what to start. He gave you something that nobody ain't even think about yet. But because it's Labor Day, well, I got to go to work today, so I need to rest right now. So you're going to rest and celebrate in the same day of your industry? Stop resting and celebrating in the same day without serving your industry. What are you resting from? Thinking too much? Because you're not doing. So you can only be resting from thinking too much, but you wouldn't have to rest from thinking too much if you would learn in an overflow and not in an overwhelm, which is what I'm teaching in the boot camp on next week. So if you're that person that's like, yeah, I do think a lot, I'm always in my head, you need to be a part of the boot camp. If you're that person that's like, yeah, I'm always doing the most and I'm always so tired, right? I can't do anything because I'm always tired. First of all, that's a spirit of it's two different spirits. It could be a spirit of laziness, right? And that's right now, or it's a spirit of fatigue, which means that you have been around people who are lazy and tired, and that spirit has now attached to you. So be careful who you're around. You have been around people that speak, they're always so tired, and you somehow agree with that because they go, oh, that you said that. So you came into agreement with it, and now that spirit hopped on you. So that's a spirit of fatigue. People who agree to. Because what you agree to, you attach to. I really hope this is helping somebody. So if it is not that I hope, I know it is. I don't even really hope that it's helping you. I know that it's helping you. What I do pray, though, is that you're receiving it. Don't just get it here and then come off the live and you be like, what am I supposed to do? What did she say again? Go back and watch the replay. That's why I put them up. Back and watch the replay. I know that spirit of fatigue is a heavy one because I just felt that just now. I felt that somebody is that spirit of fatigue and you had no idea why you always felt so tired. Let me tell you something. Can I be like real with y'all? Real, absolutely real. This is why God tells us to protect our bodies. I'm gonna get it. I'll be telling y'all all my business. And it's only because I pray over myself so hard to protect myself whenever y'all try to attack me with. That's just what it is. Because I'm like, God, you told them all my business. Jesus. I was dealing with somebody, right, who would always claim that they were tired. Always. And I laid in bed with this person, right? And then I started to always feel tired. And I could not figure out why am I always so tired. But I got this to do, I got that to do, but I am tired. Tired. Because this thing called soul ties. Some of y'all about to unfollow me right now, and it's okay because you've already heard it. So if it's not going to come by way of me, it's going to come by way of something else because you already started the conversation. So God will finish it because God is a God who will finish what He started. So it don't even matter if He. But because of these soul ties, right, I became very, very tired. And I couldn't understand why, because at the time I understand that it was soul ties. And then I'm like, I started to like ask God, like, God, why am I so tired? And God said, it's because of what you attached us to, or it's actually what you let attach to you, right? What I let attach to me. And you got to think to yourself, what did I let attach to me? You got to give permission for the attachment. It don't just come on you. You got to get permission for it. You either give permission by your words, you give your actions. This is why I say you teach people how to treat you. You give permission for the attachment. It doesn't just hop on you. You got to give permission to it, right? That's also why I say Psalm 91, protect yourself, because people will try to attach themselves to you and not even realize it. It's not even their fault. They just don't realize it. So if you do Psalm 91 every single day and ask God to protect you and it shall not come near you, then that thing that tries to attach you has to go back to where it came from. Because there's a barrier that it can't get through because there's a protection here. There's protection, right? And especially if you got an industry that you need to be serving, you need to be protected. Because if you're not protected, that spirit is going to come right through there. It's going to attach to you. And then you forgot all about the industry because you've been in intercourse, not necessarily sexual, with a spirit that you're not supposed to be attached to. You've been intertwining. And what God is trying to do has been intercepted by the spirit that you forgot to block. Again, I understand my industry. I'm not called to come on here and serve you fluff. I'm not called on here and little things to pacify what you've been going through or what you're doing. I'm not that person. So when you come on here, you come on here with an expectancy for change. You come on here with an expectancy for transformation. And even if you didn't expect it, you're going to get it. Because my words are that powerful. You can start to leave because you don't like what I'm saying, but God will finish his assignment. He'll send somebody else to send you the message. So you can run. Trust me, I know what it feels like to run. I've done it for a very long time. My legs got tired. I said, all right, God, you got it. Just make sure that you make me prosperous in this whole thing. I'm going to be, not just be prosperous. I'm going to be obedient, but can you put comments in my bank account? Because I'm not afraid to ask God for what I want as long as I'm going to be obedient to what he's called me to do. I never said you couldn't ask him. As far as I'm concerned, the Bible says, ask and ye shall receive. Ask, seek, knock. Ask and it'll be given to you. Seek and you'll find. Knock and the door shall be open. I forget that. That was an instruction from God. That was a promise from God. And all of God's promises are yes and amen. So I'm afraid to ask for what I want as long as I'm obedient to what he's called me to do. So again, this is me knowing my industry and serving my industry. So I want you to understand your industry, know your industry, and serve your industry. Because you may be congregating where you think you're selling, but celebration comes in the form of what you think it is. Celebration comes in the form of favor. Celebration comes in the form of miracles. Celebration comes in the form of blessings. Celebration comes in the form of prosperity. Celebration comes in the form of provision. Celebration comes in the form of deliverance. Celebration comes in the form of healing. That's where the celebration comes from. The other things that you see, the bottles, the balloons, the party, all of that is just decoration. It's not celebration. It's decoration. It decorates the celebration. Think about it. When we do a birthday party, we're celebrating another year of life. The balloons, the cake, all that stuff is decoration. It's not the actual celebration. The celebration is a celebration of life. People come together and they celebrate because you have the year and we're for it. So again, understand your industry. I'll give you these two again in case, because I saw some of y'all joined in afterwards. Right? Industry is a general business activity, systematic work, or labor. All right. And you need to ask yourself, what is your business activity? What is your betterment activity? Your personal, your professional activity, right? And what are your systems? What are your systems to get to these activities? What are your systems to ask for when these activities are done? What are your systems? What are the things that are put in place to make sure that everything works together in your industry? All right. So, and don't congregate. Don't congregate. Congregation is being a part of the crowd. You weren't designed to be part of the crowd. You are it. Why do you need to be a part of the crowd? Because you are it. If anything, the crowd should be looking at you. If anything. I hope this helps. Share this out. Oh, thank you, Shanisha. You know, I'll be forgetting sometimes to be like, because I want to get the out there. So thank you, Shanisha, for sharing this with 10 people. And even the replay, share this replay out. Because I say, this is my motto. I'm going to free people. Not me, but I'm going to free some people. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I'm going to free some people. I can't free everybody because everybody ain't ready to be free. They're not ready to be free. I'm be honest with you. You're trying to save everybody, but you can't because they're not ready to be free. And that's okay. Because somebody want freedom, but it may not be you. So stop busting your head against the wall trying to help people be free and they not ready to be free. Stop. Stop trying to push everybody to do something and you in the back of them, you behind them, so you can't even see your own vision because you behind them. You trying to push them like, go ahead, you go. But you can't see what God got for you. You can't see where you're supposed to go because you back here pushing people. And stop trying to pull everybody. Let's go. You tiring yourself out. Why are you doing all that for? Let's hold hands and do this together. That's it. Let's hold hands and do this together. We're going to do it broken. We're going to do it afraid. We're going to do it crying. We're going to do it messed up, but we're going to do it. We're going to do it. All right. I love y'all. I'll be back on here tomorrow. Make sure y'all get into this boot camp. Text the word boot camp to 347. Jackie, if you could again, 347-252-8419. Shout out to my assistant Jackie for being on here because I cannot do this by myself. The more I grow, the more I know, and the more I need help. Can I just be honest? The more I need help, y'all. Okay, I'm not an octopus and I ain't never trying to be. All right. Welcome. Thank you for joining because I know you on vacation and thank you for coming here. I appreciate you. And anyone else, thank you, Jackie. I appreciate you. Anyone else who is on vacation, shout out to you, Stephanie, because you said you just got home from partying, but you joined in the live. And anyone, if you're new to me, thank you for giving me some of your time on today. Y'all, text 725284119. You could also join my prayer community on there, and or you can just DM me the word bootcamp on IG. All right, and for Facebook, same thing. All right, I love you guys. Have an amazing day. Be safe out here. Wash your hands with your mask. Bye.